Brian Tracy, Get Smart, How to Think and ACT Like the Most Successful and Highest Paid People in Every Field. Welcome to the summary of Get Smart, How to Think and ACT Like the Most Successful and Highest Paid People in Every Field by Brian Tracy. This insightful book focuses on the importance of tapping into your unused brainpower and transforming your perspective to achieve success and happiness in every aspect of life. As we explore the book's compelling teachings and practical tools, you'll discover how to shift your thought patterns, strengthen your long-term thinking, overcome mental blocks, and stay adaptable in a rapidly changing world. Let's get started on the path to success by unlocking the vast potential within your mind.
Unlock your brain's potential. Envision having $1 million in the bank, but with access to only $20,000. In reality, this is how much you're utilizing your brain's potential, a meager 2% of your mental capacity. Tapping into the dormant 98% of mental power starts by shifting your perspective. Optimistic viewpoints lead to opportunities for growth, as opposed to pessimism, which stagnates progress. Like the Buddhist story of blind men describing an elephant based on the part each touches, a narrow perspective hinders understanding the full picture. The key to thinking and living successfully lies in broadening and shifting your perspective. Through recent research, it has been determined that the average person only uses about 2% of their mental powers. This means 98% of our potential brainpower remains untapped. With 100 billion brain cells connected to 20,000 other cells each, this potential is staggering. If utilized fully, each individual could generate more ideas than there are molecules in the universe. The first step in accessing this wealth of potential inside our minds is by altering our perspectives. Our outlook on life greatly influences the experiences we encounter. Optimists tend to see opportunities for growth, whereas pessimists focus on problems and negative aspects. For example, when receiving constructive criticism, an optimist sees a chance to learn, while a pessimist succumbs to the feeling of failure. Most people have limited and narrow perspectives, hindering their ability to fully understand situations. This can be likened to the famous Buddhist tale of 6 blind men who each describe an elephant by only touching one part of the animal. Just as the blind men misunderstand the essence of the elephant, we also fail to see the full picture when relying solely on our restricted viewpoints. To truly think and live successfully, we must learn how to broaden and shift our perspectives. By doing so, we can tap into the massive reservoir of potential that lies within our minds and begin to make the most of our mental capabilities. Embrace long-term thinking. Life offers 2 perspectives on planning: short-term thinking, where pleasure is maximized in the present, and long-term thinking, which revolves around considering the ramifications of your actions and strategically moving towards your goals. Many successful and happy people lean towards the latter approach. A Harvard study showed that higher earners were those who thought and planned well into the future. Forbes confirmed that self-made billionaires also adopted long-term planning to create their wealth. It's essential to envision where you want to be in 5 years and devise a plan to achieve that, considering aspects like work, personal life, health, and financial independence. Remember, it's crucial not only to formulate your plan but to act on it. Avoid living from paycheck to paycheck and instead save and invest wisely for a comfortable future. Long-term thinking is undeniably powerful. Those who prioritize this perspective integrate foresight and strategic planning into their decisions. Harvard's Edward Banfield analyzed individuals from diverse socioeconomic backgrounds in 1970, discovering that a focus on long-term thinking led to more significant earnings. The intelligence of these high achievers did not stem from their IQs but rather their ability to work towards their ultimate goals. Today, adopting a long-term mindset remains essential. Forbes pointed out that 66% of self-made billionaires in 2015 began with limited resources, emphasizing the importance of long-term planning. To emulate such success, imagine where you wish to be in 5 years and strategize how to get there. Assess all aspects of your life, from work to personal relationships, health, and financial independence, and make informed decisions to reach those goals. However, having an excellent plan is merely the first step. It's equally vital to take consistent action. A comfortable retirement, for instance, requires forethought and discipline. An alarming 70% of Americans live from paycheck to paycheck without considering savings or investments for their future, ultimately facing a reality check upon retirement. To avoid such a situation, create and execute an action plan. Begin by setting up a savings account and consistently deposit 10 to 15% of your income each month. The power of compound interest can transform even small investments, such as $100 a month, into substantial sums by the time you retire. Procrastination or succumbing to short-term gratification will only hinder these long-term goals. In conclusion, embracing long-term thinking is not only the key to success but also the foundation for a happier life. Holistic understanding and strategic planning help develop and nurture more substantial achievements. Make the choice to plan for the future and act on those plans, ensuring that you enjoy the fruits of your labor in the long run. Harness your slow-thinking brain. Our minds constantly produce fleeting thoughts, often leading to impulsive and emotional decisions. But we can effectively utilize our brain's slow-thinking process, as emphasized by psychologist Daniel Kahneman, to make better choices. Imposing a 72-hour rule before making significant decisions, dedicating daily quiet time for contemplation, and adopting the GASPA model for long-term strategies can help harness this slow-thinking power. In our day-to-day lives, our minds constantly generate transient thoughts, akin to champagne bubbles, that spark momentarily and then vanish. While this mental effervescence can be invigorating, it often lacks substantial depth. Consequently, many people's decisions get dictated by these fleeting, reactive thoughts instead of rational, logical reasoning. For instance, the urge to immediately check our phone at the slightest notification disrupts our focus, while impulsive anger can push us toward regrettable actions. However, we possess the capacity to use our brain more effectively. Renowned psychologist and Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman categorizes human thought processes into two types, impulsive and rational. While the impulsive type is responsible for hasty decisions, the rational process involves deliberate consideration of available options, ultimately leading to better decision-making, especially for long-term goals. Activating this rational thought process is relatively simple. The longer we take to make a decision, the more opportunities we create for our slow-thinking brain to develop an optimal solution. To slow down our thinking, we can employ several straightforward tactics. Firstly, adopt a 72-hour rule before making any crucial decisions, allowing ample time to examine the pros and cons of each option. By pausing and providing room for contemplation, we increase the likelihood of making well-informed choices. Secondly, allocate 30 minutes to an hour each day for quiet reflection in a distraction-free environment. Switch off electronic gadgets, eliminate external disturbances, and let your mind wander at its own pace. This alone time enables our slow-thinking brain to generate innovative ideas and effective solutions. Lastly, apply the GASPA model when devising long-term strategies. This model consists of goals, long-term outcomes, objectives, smaller targets leading to the main goal, strategies, methods to achieve objectives, priorities, the most effective actions to ensure strategy success, and actions, day-to-day tasks aimed at fulfilling goals. By moving step by step through GASPA, we create space for our slow-thinking brain to reach thoughtful, well-reasoned decisions. In conclusion, nurturing our slow-thinking brain and shunning quick, impulsive decisions will lead to better choices and improved long-term planning. Embrace the power of the slow-thinking process to achieve a more fulfilling and productive life. Unleashing business success. To achieve business success, shift your perspective by conducting thorough research, seeking expert opinions, and testing your hypotheses with potential customers. Embrace failure and learning to accurately assess your product. Why do 80% of new products fail and end up being withdrawn from the market? Forbes magazine identifies customer demand for a product or service as the primary factor determining a business's success or failure. If no one wants to use your product, it won't succeed. So how can you ensure that customers desire what you're offering? The key to any business triumph lies in intensive research. Gaining in-depth knowledge about your potential market is essential. Start by asking experts in your field for their insights on the quality of your idea. There's no replacement for their invaluable expertise. Moreover, seek out those who have already journeyed down a similar path. Conduct a Google search to discover information others have learned and even engage them in discussions. In a nutshell, proactively gather all the facts and insights you can. Upon formulating a viable product idea, it's time to determine if people are willing to purchase it. Ensure you aren't solely focusing on the favorable aspects of your product, as this may lead to confirmation bias, where you only seek out information that supports your preconceptions. Instead, take on the role of a scientist. Create a hypothesis about the value your product brings to the market and then attempt to disprove it. For instance, say you've concocted a new laundry detergent. Your hypothesis might be, people will purchase my innovative laundry detergent. Now, attempt to prove yourself wrong. Encourage potential customers to critique your product, asking them why they wouldn't buy it or why they'd choose a competitor's brand over yours. If their interest persists despite your counterarguments, you may have a winning product on your hands. This approach necessitates absolute honesty. Remember, if your emotional attachment to your idea or product becomes a priority over seeking the truth, you won't acquire the crucial information needed to evaluate it accurately. Embrace the willingness to fail and learn, and objectively judge your product based on its true merits. By shifting your mindset in this manner, you'll be well equipped to find lasting success in the business realm. Unleash success with goals. In our fast-paced world, feeling overwhelmed is commonplace. To find success, develop clear goals and a focused plan. Write down specific, positive goals, and break them down into actionable steps. With daily progress, you'll soon realize your ultimate ambitions. In an increasingly hectic world, spurred by rapid technological advancements and fierce competition, many of us feel perpetually overwhelmed. We struggle to keep up with a relentless barrage of new information and change. If we're merely treading water in this maddening race, true success keeps drifting further away. How can we break free from this exhausting cycle? The answer lies in setting goals. Individuals with distinct objectives discern which information is relevant and which can be discarded. They can also adapt to change more efficiently, knowing their ultimate destination. Unfortunately, only a meager 3% possess a set of well-defined, written goals to guide their journey. But don't worry, you can join that elite group now. Start simple, grab a pen and paper. Tangible, visible goals are the most effective. Reflect on what you genuinely aspire to accomplish within the next year. Jot down 10 specific achievements you'd like to pursue. Some may be short-term endeavors, while others may span the entire year. When writing your goals, use present tense, be positive, and ensure they are personal. For instance, if you aim to write a novel, phrase it as, "I complete my novel by August 31st, this year." Should you wish to abandon junk food, don't say, "Stop eating junk food," but use empowering language like, "I am a healthy eater." With your list of goals complete, identify the one that resonates the most, that you are eager to achieve this year. This becomes your major definite purpose in life, as termed by the author. Take a fresh sheet of paper and brainstorm 20 steps to transform this goal into reality. If your goal is to write the novel, possible mini-goals could be research potential editors, or enroll in writing classes. Organize your mini-goals into a checklist and start tackling the first item immediately. By ticking off one task on your list daily, your ultimate goal will soon materialize. Escape the frenzy of modern life by setting specific, meaningful goals and consistently pursuing them. Transform your list of aspirations into triumphant achievements, one day at a time. Maximize your earning ability. The powerful habit of play, deeply ingrained in our lives, often encroaches on our work lives, limiting our earning ability. To boost our success, we should utilize effective techniques like the Law of Three, which pinpoints top 3 essential daily tasks, driving us to use our working day on these crucial goals and improving our earning potential. We live in a world where education has always been top priority. From a young age, we are sent to school to gain knowledge. However, during these formidable years, we also develop a powerful habit that can encroach on our adult lives and careers: play. While play is a significant part of childhood, it proves to be detrimental in the professional sphere. Unknowingly, we carry our desire to play into our workplaces, and studies show that, on average, employees only truly work between 11 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. Even within this limited time period, most engagement is focused on interacting with colleagues rather than productive work. This penchant for play hinders our potential, specifically impacting our earning ability, the most crucial asset in our lives. Success hinges on how effectively we accomplish tasks, meaning we should be dedicating our work hours to being genuinely productive, not socializing or diverting our attention to distractions like the internet, email, or social media. The temptation to play and procrastinate is deeply ingrained. Fortunately, there are techniques to combat this, such as the Law of Three, which states that 3 tasks form 90% of your results. The key is to identify these tasks and concentrate your efforts on them. To find these 3 vital tasks, write down everything you need to do and ask yourself 3 pivotal questions. 1. Which single task would generate the biggest result today? 2. Which task would lead to the second biggest result today if only 2 things were done? 3. Which task would produce the third biggest result if limited to 3 tasks today? To pinpoint the correct answers, consult with colleagues or supervisors about their opinions on the most important tasks you're responsible for. After identifying these top 3 tasks, center your workday around accomplishing them. By doing so, you will complete the most critical work and significantly boost your earning potential. Embrace flexible thinking. In our rapidly changing world, cultivating flexible thinking is vital for success. Learn from failed businesses like Borders, and apply zero-based thinking to question the value of everything you do. By fearlessly cutting ties with unrewarding activities, relationships, or decisions, you'll regain time, energy, and relief, ultimately putting yourself in a better position to seize new opportunities. Our world is in a constant state of flux, with technology and innovation driving profound change unlike any other era in human history. Success requires adaptability and an awareness of these advancements. Consider the fate of Borders, a once thriving book retailer that crumbled when it failed to embrace the digital revolution of e-readers and tablets. To avoid a similar downfall, you must cultivate a mindset of flexible thinking, the ability to react and adapt swiftly in the face of dramatic change. Embracing change and innovation, flexible thinkers adjust their approach to keep pace with evolving circumstances. But how can you develop such a mindset? The author suggests employing zero-based thinking as a powerful tool to prevent complacency. This approach involves continually questioning the value of everything you do, asking yourself, if I had a chance to do this again from the start, would I? Apply this question to all aspects of your life, from friendships to career choices. Facing uncomfortable conclusions uncovered by zero-based thinking may involve admitting past mistakes, letting go of investments, time, capital, emotions, and cutting losses. While initially painful, this process clears space for positive growth and adaptability. By fearlessly eliminating activities, relationships, or decisions that no longer serve you, you'll reclaim time, energy, and experience a great sense of relief. As a result, you'll become more flexible and better positioned to seize opportunities that come your way, while leaving behind what hinders your progress. Unlocking creative thinking. Mastering creative thinking involves taking risks, learning from mistakes, and focusing on solutions rather than problems. Break down your challenges into smaller components to identify the root issue, collaboratively brainstorm multiple solutions, and implement the best one with a structured plan, key performance indicators, KPIs, assigned responsibility, and deadlines. All while keeping backup plans handy. Anyone who loves to cook knows that attempting a new recipe can sometimes lead to kitchen chaos. However, great cooks adapt, learn from their mistakes, and may even discover a new favorite dish in the process. The same principle applies to smart thinking. It requires taking risks, learning from errors, and continually seeking creative improvements. This approach contrasts sharply with mechanical thinking. Mechanical thinkers tend to be rigid in their beliefs, seeing things as all-or-nothing successes or failures, with no gray area in between. Rather than embracing innovative ideas, they often fear potential failure and criticism, leading to stagnation in their thinking and methods. This mindset doesn't foster success, as it prevents growth and change. On the flip side, creative thinkers continuously strive to improve and focus on solutions rather than problems. To develop your own creative thinking skills, follow these straightforward steps. Begin by assessing your situation and identifying a problem. As a business owner, for instance, consider what is hindering your company's growth. After defining your problem, recognize that your conclusion may be too broad and break it down into smaller components. For example, your issue could be insufficient revenue. Break that down further. Not enough people are purchasing your product, they prefer a competitor's product, or your offering isn't compatible with the latest technology. Keep narrowing down the problem until you reveal the core issue. Armed with a clear problem, search for a solution. Work diligently with your team to brainstorm potential fixes. Once you find one, don't stop, keep identifying more options. Compile a list and carefully select the most promising strategy. To implement the chosen solution, establish KPIs to monitor its effectiveness, designate someone to oversee the process, and set a deadline for results. Since there's always a chance your chosen solution might not be successful, create backup plans as a safety net. Applying this structured approach to problem solving and unleashing creative thinking will enhance your business's ability to thrive and succeed in a rapidly changing world. Unlock your wealthy mindset. The secret to wealth lies within your mindset. By observing and adopting the habits of successful individuals, you can change your own outlook on life and align yourself with the law of correspondence, which states that your internal positioning is reflected externally. Develop powerful habits one at a time to make them part of your routine, and continually seek new opportunities to grow and learn, just as wealthy people do. There isn't a hidden password that makes people rich. Instead, wealth comes when you begin to think like those who have it. The law of correspondence plays a crucial role here. The way you perceive yourself and your outlook on life mirrors your external reality. When you see yourself as valuable, hardworking, and an asset to the world, success follows suit. The author experienced the law of correspondence firsthand. When he was poor, the sight of someone in his evening school driving a luxurious Mercedes sparked a desire for wealth in him. He decided to adopt a rich mindset. He studied billionaires, found a better job, and worked tirelessly. Soon, he accumulated enough money to buy that Mercedes as well. His success stemmed from thinking like a successful individual. To cultivate wealth, you must develop a wealthy mindset. Learn from those who are already achieving success by watching interviews with billionaires and researching their habits. Habits are the cornerstone of prosperity, as they determine 95% of your actions. Concentrate on building strong ones to improve your life. When cultivating a habit, focus on one aspect at a time and incorporate it into your daily routine. After 20 to 30 days, the habit becomes ingrained, and you can move on to the next. For example, start by waking up early, then work on planning tasks or managing investments effectively. Don't become complacent once you've established good habits. Wealthy individuals are always proactive in searching for new opportunities to grow and learn, and so should you. Continuously research and educate yourself to maintain a prosperous mindset.
In conclusion, Get Smart uncovers the secrets of successful people by emphasizing the significance of perspective and the power of your brain. By learning the techniques and strategies shared in the summary, you can access your untapped mental resources and build a lifelong foundation for success. The book provides valuable lessons on long-term planning, embracing change, setting and achieving goals, mastering time management, developing flexible thinking, and fostering rich mindsets. Start seizing control of your life, embracing your potential, and overcoming obstacles to create a better future for yourself and your loved ones. Remember, the key to success lies in the way you think, perceive, and navigate the world around you.